Hey friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Ken Smith, and in today's film, this is all about the 1941 Ford. Now, what's really cool about this is if you think about it, these are the last Fords prior to World War II. But before we get into that, I want to talk about my book really quick. This is a book called Rust Buckets. It's a photographic collection of cars and trucks that I have had the chance to photograph all across America. And there's not many places that you can go and find a car like this. Now, this is a pictorial book, meaning that it's all about pictures. Here we go. All about pictures that I've captured all across America. I talk about the photos real briefly in the book, but it's a pictorial book. It's available on Amazon in hard copy form, like you see here, and it's also available on a Kindle. So I'll throw a link down in the description so you can go and check it out and see which version works best for you. Now, let's get into today's film.
Two deluxe lines of beautiful big new cars. The Deluxe Ford, with breathtaking new beauty, greater roominess, and an impressive array of new features. The Super Deluxe Ford, sparkling with new beauty, bright colors, modern as the moment, and studded with features that the motoring public wants. Entirely new bodies, big inside and out, the biggest Ford cars ever built. Greatly increased vision, greater glass area. Famous V8 performance, geared for livelier acceleration. With a new boulevard ride, soft, easy, comfortable, luxurious beyond all expectations. There you are, two new deluxe lines of Ford cars for 1941, brimming over with sales appeal. Built on a new longer wheelbase of 114 inches, the new Ford Deluxe and Super Deluxe cars for 1941 are big in every dimension. They're brand new, every steel inch of them. Doors are wider and deeper. On the two doors, they're more than 3 1/2 feet wide. New multi-unit front fenders stamped in 3 separate pieces. Running boards have been streamlined in keeping with the modern styling. Look at the width of that front seat. More than 4 1/2 feet across, half a foot wider than any previous Ford car. Here's another new feature. Look at the increased headroom in the front compartment, and more legroom too. Passengers can really stretch out, comfortable and relaxed. Greater safety is given by this big new windshield with its narrow corner posts. It is more than 4 feet across and has a total area of more than 850 square inches. Door windows wider and deeper. A 22% increase in glass area, nearly 4 square feet. And a big brand new tempered glass rear window curved to the contour of the rear deck. Luxurious new fittings and appointments distinguish these big new Ford cars. Interiors fairly sparkle with color and style. The Super Deluxe steering wheel is beautifully wrought from plastic. Chalfont gray rim and Mojave tan spokes with a bright chrome horn ring. Fuel gauge, oil pressure gauge, speedometer, water temperature indicator, and ammeter form a unit in this attractively designed panel to the left, while beneath them are the controls, newly grouped for greater convenience. The radio speaker grille in the center is finished in gleaming bright chrome. To the right is the spacious glove compartment. Super Deluxe cars have a clock in the plastic panel above it. Another new 1941 feature is the remote control hood lock. The hood can now be unlocked only from the interior of the car. Greater protection, greater safety. The ignition lock of all 1941 Ford cars is now lighted at night for greater convenience. Another new feature of the Super Deluxe Ford cars is the crank regulator on the ventilating window for accurate control of air circulation. A choice of 2 fine, ultra-modern, long-wearing upholstery materials in the Super Deluxe. Sand taupe chevron pattern mohair or a combination Bedford cord and broadcloth. The Deluxe offers a choice of gray taupe, pattern mohair, or striped broadcloth. A new standard in seat comfort. Luxurious softness in the seat cushions is obtained by the use of a thick layer of rubberized hair between the springs and the upholstery on Super Deluxe cars, and on the Deluxe cars, rubberized fiber is used. Comfort is further increased by making the front seat higher and changing the angle of the seat back. It isn't by accident that the word comfort keeps creeping in, for comfort is really the keynote of the 1941 Ford cars. That's your story on these beautiful new bodies for 1941. They're brand new, built for a big car with big car comfort and big car features. Now here's the rest of that important story, something really big in the way of news for 1941. The grandest ride ever engineered into a Ford car. An entirely new sensation, a ride that combines smoothness, level riding, and comfort. It's the result of basic improvements in the new Ford cars. In addition to the longer wheelbase, the spring base has been increased to 125 inches. The springs themselves have been improved both front and rear. The rear spring is nearly 2 inches longer, and its effective length has been increased even more. There's a better balance between the action of the front and rear springs, and new reverse-type shackles that slope outwardly provide more effective damping action for the springs. New, bigger front shock absorbers with 20% greater fluid capacity give easier action. A new adjustment makes it easy to regulate the riding qualities of the car to meet any road condition. Also contributing to the quality of the new Ford ride is the newly designed ride stabilizer, now equipped with swinging shackle connections to assure proper functioning at all times. Add to these many new riding features the stability of a really big car, the famous Ford Center Poise ride, and you have not only a ride story, but a ride that will sell itself to every prospect that tries it. Now, let's look beneath this big new easy riding Ford. Here's more news. A new frame completely redesigned. 100% more rigid, twice the resistance to twisting and weaving. A really remarkable advance. This new Ford frame has an all-welded box-type center section, something new in frame design. The box section is nearly 9 inches deeper at the maximum point. One result of this new frame is a quieter ride, and a ride that stays quieter longer. The increased rigidity of the frame blocks out drumming and general body noises on rough roads. The X-member of the new frame is braced to the side members at 8 different points. And new big live rubber mountings prevent the transfer of road noises and other sounds to the car. Always famed for its fast acceleration, the Ford V8 engine has been geared for even livelier getaway in 1941. Transmission gear ratios have been changed to speed up acceleration through first and second with no sacrifice in top performance. Here's an important engine improvement too. The camshaft gear is now bolted on, which makes it possible to remove the gear and replace it without removing the camshaft. Another engine improvement is the special hardening of the upper part of the valve stems, which move up and down in the valve guides. Hardening this part of the stems means that there will be less wear between the stems and the valve guides. Normal clearance will be maintained for a longer time. A more abundant vacuum supply is provided for the operation of the windshield wiper and the automatic spark brake by the new location of the vacuum connection on the intake manifold. What we have just seen is only a brief highlighting of the new Ford cars for 1941. And as you recall their features, let's watch the cars pass in review. The Super Deluxe 4-door, the Super Deluxe 2-door, the Super Deluxe Coupe, available with or without auxiliary folding seats, the Super Deluxe Sedan Coupe, a new body type this year, the Super Deluxe Convertible Club Coupe, with the top now operated by electric motors instead of vacuum, the Super Deluxe Station Wagon, the Deluxe 4-door, the Deluxe 2-door, the Deluxe Coupe with or without auxiliary seats, the Deluxe Station Wagon. And they're the cars that ought to get the business for you in 41. They're the cars to back up your challenge, get the facts, and you'll get a Ford.
Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and you all be blessed.